Okay. All right. Looks like we're recording. Hi, everyone. Welcome to 2022. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Alice Beretta. I'm an equine veterinarian, Pro 5 with LifeVantage, mom of 2 wild boys and a wife. And I am always doing that juggle of parenting, working, and trying to figure out where I can squeeze in my LifeVantage. And I can tell you it is so, so worth it. You know, if you are wondering how in the world do I squeeze this in? How do I spin one more plate? I can just tell you, even if you can just do a little bit every day, that it is so worth it in so many ways. I guess one of the things that I just wanted to cover for today and just bringing us into 2022 is the importance of vision, of knowing where we're going, because when we don't know where we're going, it's really impossible to get there. So before I get into that, though, I just wanted to, excuse me, share a few announcements. And we also love to congratulate our distributors who have new enrollments or rank advancements or dip in the pool. So I was going to start with that. Genevieve Keller, congratulations for having a new enrollment. I know this is kind of a crazy time of year where it's, you know, it's busy and it's really hard to squeeze it in. So great job for following up and making that one happen. Carrie Stone at the end of December hit Pro 2. So congratulations. That's a big, big deal. That's a huge rank, and it really means that you are working. And December is a tough month to do that. So congratulations, Carrie. We're proud of you. And then also Jenny Field got a dip in the pool. So congratulations, Jenny. She is so faithful, working hard every single month. So congratulations, Jenny, for your dip in the pool. She'll get some extra commissions on top of the commissions. So that's really awesome. Extra money for Christmas and for, you know, to put right back into your business. So I know that Jenny just got her flight to go to Orlando, which is like an all-day affair for them from Nevada. So for us on the East Coast, it's a little bit easier. We get to drive, but super excited about that. If you guys haven't registered for Orlando, I highly, highly recommend it. You don't want to miss it. It's just, we've shown over and over again that the people that attend events are the people that are successful. And that's how we learn. That's how we grow. You know, none of us went to school to do network marketing, you know? So we, you know, this is where we get all the nuggets, the inspiration, get the perspective of what it is we have our hands on. So I hope to see all of you there. And then Christy did book a room. We're looking at maybe booking another one. So let us know if you want to come, because it is kind of specific. They're asking for how many people and email addresses and that kind of thing. So I think the deadline is the 9th. So let us know if you'd like to come, or contact me or Christy or Allison or Jenny or whoever your enroller is, and we'll make it happen. Another thing is the dips in the pool ends in January. And then in February, corporate is going to have a new promotion for us that they're going to unveil. So I'm super excited about that. Kind of can't wait to find out what it is. And also another thing that our big team Global Aloha, we had been doing the Power 30s once a week. Instead of doing those, what we've decided to do is plug into Seth Mulder, which is kind of our bigger upline, because he does a power hour every day, which makes more sense. You know, you don't want to wait and only invite once a week. It's something that we really should be doing every day. So it's at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. So kind of mark your calendars and see if you can squeeze it in every day and watch your business grow from there. And it'll be good to kind of first thing in the day, you know, get those invites out of the way, and then maybe do a little follow up later on in the day and squeeze it in. That's what it's all about. So I think that's all I had for announcements. If there's anything else, feel free to throw it into the chats. I have had a whirlwind of a 2022. I've been watching people's inspirational posts about, you know, going into the new year. And I just feel like I've just been in a tornado. 2021 in itself was a kind of a roller coaster. But in a way, I think that's good. I feel like no matter what everybody's journey has been, people are tapping into what's important. They're realizing that life is short, that your time is precious. And, people are ready for change. Like we've all had to evolve and grow and get used to things being different and then getting back to this normalcy kind of. And so I think people are adapting and evolving and just really wanting to get to the basics and, make life more simple and be able to spend more time with their family and just work smarter, not harder. And I also feel like people are realizing the power of the importance of a second stream of income and not just having all your eggs in one basket per se. So I just feel like that's a theme, as it's in the back of everybody's minds as we're going into 2022. And, it's been kind of rough for us here. We've had some terrible, terrible weather and like tornadoes type weather. And it seems like it's all night long and we're like huddling in the basement, piling up on the futon with the kids and the dogs and like getting no sleep whatsoever. And so it has been such a blur. And my husband went out of town. So I was like single momming it. And of course, like the tree branches are going down and crashing onto the fence. And I mean, just the one thing after another and just trying to work. Emergencies are still happening. Because they don't pause for anyone and juggling the kids. And so as I was preparing for this call, I was like, gosh, I just don't even know. I have no vision for 2022 right now. I can't even see like an hour ahead. Like I'm just like so blurred in this chaotic mess. And this morning I was just like, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to do to find my peace in this chaos? How do I simplify everything? And I think really what's most important is celebrating your wins, celebrating what you have accomplished and how far you've come, and realizing that your reality right now is not the big picture, and being able to step back and really celebrate how far you've come, how far you've grown, what you have done, how you've evolved, how you've adapted, how you've, made things happen. And give yourself credit, realize how far you've come, because that will open up your eyes to how far you can go. And that's why vision boards are crucial. They really are. People talk about your New Year's resolutions. And we were in a discussion earlier, and Jenny was talking about how 80% of people have completely thrown their New Year's resolutions aside within 2 to 6 weeks after the new year. 80% is a lot. So it just goes to show you that New Year's resolutions don't really work because they're hard, and nobody likes hard, and nobody can keep up with hard unless there is an emotional passion behind it. And that's where your vision is so important. If you can visualize and see what it is that you're seeking, what it is that you want to accomplish, what does it look like on the other side? What is it that you are trying to, create in your life? And if you can see it, and you can feel it, and you can hear it, and you can smell it, then you can make it happen. Then your eye is on that prize. Your eye is, your mind, even subconsciously, is going to help you make decisions on a daily basis that are taking you in the right direction, and you're not looking the wrong way. And Jenny was sharing a story earlier that I'll have to get her to jump on here and share about Tony Robbins. So that was such a good story, and I think is perfect. So some of the things that were on my vision board from last year that I wanted to share with you guys, I was trying to look and see, what did I accomplish? Did I do any of the things that were on my vision board? And sometimes we don't accomplish them or, completely resolve whatever it is that we had in mind. But what's important is that we took steps in that direction. So it's important to look at your vision board and say, okay, so maybe I didn't, reach that goal, but I took steps towards it. Right. So I'll just go over a couple of mine. They're not gigantic, but let me see. I don't know if I can flip this thing. Can I flip it? I don't know. It's too complicated. Okay, there it is. All right. So one of them was Yosemite. I have always wanted to go to Yosemite. And I don't know if you can see how it says intention and family and explore. And there's a picture right there of Glacier Point in Yosemite National Park. And I have always wanted to go to Yosemite since I was a teenager. I used to have those Ansel Adams calendars, and I used to look at those pictures, and it's like been my inspiration for nature photography, and I've always wanted to go there. And so I set it on my vision board, and I was like, I'm going and I'm making it happen. And so it was amazing to be able to go and just make that come true. And if it wasn't for LifeVantage income and so the time freedom that it has created for me in a lot of ways, because I don't feel obligated to say yes to everything that I don't want to say yes to. And I don't feel quite so guilty about going out of town and referring my business to, other veterinarians. So, you.
I think we lost her. Her connection might have died, or maybe she hit leave.
Oh no. Uh-oh. She probably hit a button
when she was probably trying to turn her camera around.
There she is again.
We'll see if she pops back on in just a second.
She's coming back.
She was on a roll.
I know. I was just typing in the chat that her vision is what made Sheridan and Chris buy that cabin in Yosemite, and just so she could travel there.
Oh, love it.
And then they sold it before I had a chance to go, darn it. So now have to find another reason to go.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Alice, we see you, but
okay.
There she is. Okay. We got you. We just can't see you. Just your pictures there. We can't see your.
Call Jack. Tell him to call him immediately because it's messing up my Zoom. Okay, so sorry, you guys. My son is at my mom's and he's like blowing up my phone. Okay, life. Oh, it gets in the way sometimes. All right. So anyway, long story short, it was on my vision board. I made it happen. It was such a special thing for me. Another thing I had on there was Pro 5 Summit, and actually Pro 5 Summit was canceled because of COVID, the one that I was supposed to go to. And then we weren't able to attend the one in the fall for reasons that I did not have control over. But we are planning on, can you please tell Dada to call Jack immediately? We are planning to go to the one in the spring. So I'm super excited about that. And gosh, some other things that was hilarious was I put showering reimagined because we want to remodel our bathroom. And I've been kind of working on what we want to do with our bathroom. But I put this picture that said showering reimagined on my vision board. And it has this lady like doing like this, and it's a big waterfall. And literally on the first of the year is when we did that 90-day challenge. That was like a health challenge, and cold showers was one of them. And I was like, well, if that's not a reimagined showering, then what is? So I was not what I had in mind, but that's what was on my vision board, was that lady in that cold waterfall. And sure enough, we were so good. We did those 2-minute cold showers for months and months and months. And I must admit, I did give them up, I think, after the summer, like when it started getting colder again. But I just thought that was so cool, because that's not what I thought that I was envisioning on my vision board. So that's kind of all, the main ones that I wanted to share. But I also wanted to invite you guys, if you have anything on your vision board that either did come to fruition or something that you having it on your vision board made you work towards that goal and affect your actions, your daily actions. I would love for you guys to share.
I'll share because I know we talked about it a little bit. I guess I can walk you over to my vision board really quick. It's in my office right here. It's not as elaborate as Alice's, but this is my vision board. Hopefully you can see it. Yeah, there it is. And I put on there, we wanted to go to Yellowstone because that was a family vacation that we wanted to do. And we'd been talking about for a really, really, really long time. And we did do that in July. And it was our first like ever, only the 4 of us family vacation that we've taken in 17 years. And it was awesome to go to Yellowstone and just have that time as a family. So that's something that kind of all evolved and came to be. Something I put on there as far as my business is I made a tree, and I wrote out specifically the distributors that I wanted to fill in the empty spaces. So I knew I wanted 5, to be 5 distributors wide. Right now, like I'm currently like 3 active distributors. I needed 2 more. And I was very specific on who I wanted in there. And I had been talking to a chiropractor from the previous year, so from 2020. And I really wanted him in my business. It didn't happen, but it brought forth me working with this chiropractor and the 2 of us doing live videos together on Facebook. He's very into just the like natural innate way of living. And so he was able to bring in a part of his chiropractic business and bring value to people in that way. And then I was able to bring value to people through LifeVantage and through the products that we have. And it was just a really cool interaction that we were able to have for several months of just coming on Facebook Live and overcoming that fear in itself was huge. But it was just really fun to kind of grow that. And even though it didn't grow my business leg, it grew me as a person as far as getting out of my comfort zone, stepping out, asking those people that I specifically want in my business to take a look at it. And even if it's not the right timing or not right for them, like I still was able to move forward in my business in so much personal growth with myself. So those were 2 kind of really big things on my vision board that I loved about my last year's vision board. So.
Wow, Jenny, I love that. I love that you're able to like look back and celebrate the wins, like celebrate your personal growth, your, what it brought to your business and your experience and everything that came from doing those Facebook Lives. And then you had people watching. That's another thing, is by doing those on Facebook, even though the chiropractor never signed up as a customer, you still had other people reach out to you because now you were like the expert, like you and him together were third-party validation. And so people were, contacting you and signing up as customers or distributors, and people are watching. And so I think that's so important, just to, when we're celebrating our wins, our growths, the fact that we're thriving, that we're hopeful for the future, that is something that other people are seeing and other people are watching. So that is so, so huge. And Jenny, would you share that story about the race car driver?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So this was shared this morning on the Monday Mindset call with Deb Erickson. She got to work with Tony Robinson early in her several years ago, early in her transition from being out of a coach into a, like a mentor in this industry. And she shared that he had this goal, this lifelong dream, like a bucket list desire to drive a race car. And so he finally decided, I'm going to do it. I'm going to invest some money. I'm going to go for a whole day. I'm going to get lessons and I'm going to drive a race car. And so he gets there and the whole day was spent with his instructor and him on like inside, not even like in the car, but on his mindset. And they had to go through these scenarios time and time again of him practicing when he gets in the car. And she kept saying, when you're going around and around, at some point your car's going to skid. And if you look to the wall, your car's going to hit the wall. But if you look off and if you turn your head and you look in the direction that you want to go, your body's going to naturally move in that direction and you're not going to hit the wall. And he was like, oh, I got this. No worries. Yeah, we've practiced this. And they practiced, like the instructor would like turn his head. They would, talk through the situation. And the instructor would turn his head, like, look where you're going. So they get in the car and it was about the fourth or fifth lap around, his car started to skid to the outside and get closer towards the wall. And all he could fixate on was the wall, even though he had practiced however many times ahead of time. In the moment, all he was fixated on was the wall. And the instructor was in the car with him and actually pushed his head and made him look to the direction that he wanted to go. And naturally his body moved with it and his car moved and he missed the wall. But it was just a perfect analogy of when we have a vision of where we want to go, we need to look in that direction so that our mind, our body follows in that same direction. If we get veered off and we're looking off in the distance or not focused on the goal or the, where we want to go, that's where we're going to go. We're going to go off in the distance and we're not going to achieve what we want to. So it was just a really cool analogy and watch and look where you're wanting to go, and your body and your mind will follow in the same direction.
That is so powerful. I just love that. And the other thing that I thought about when you were talking about the walls, those are our obstacles, right? Those are like either the figment obstacles that we create for ourselves or the real, obstacles that just come into our business. If we're focusing on the wall, then that's all that we can see. But if we focus on the vision and where we're going, then we'll find a way around it. So I thought that was so powerful. That's such a great analogy. Thank you so much for sharing, Jenny. And then I'll open it up to anybody else who wants to share either their past vision boards and what they learned from them and how it has contributed to their year. Or yes, that's a great quote, Allison, what you focus on grows. For sure. Like celebrate what you want to see more of, focus on, the positive things and what you want. So that's such a good quote. But yeah, if any of you want to share your old vision board or your new vision board or any input that you have, and then I know Christy was going to hop on and just share what she's learned from Deb Erickson. I have not been able to do her training that I Can Institute, but we are so fortunate and so lucky to have Jenny and Christy on the team. And I think Sunshine may have been working on it too, that are sharing all the nuggets and all the good stuff so that we can benefit from it too. So thank you guys. And so if Christy or if anybody else wants to jump on, I would love to hear what you have. Christy, you're up.
I got go ahead and share. Sorry, the dogs are going crazy. I don't know what is going on over there, but so I'm made a little quick slide. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and go to this slide. So can you see that? Is that good? Okay. There we go. Okay. So these are just the points that Deb Erickson brought up, like for making your vision board. And she did a really great little visualization where she says, imagine yourself at the end of 2022. It's December 31st. It's New Year's Eve 2022. And everybody is having a party in your honor to celebrate your accomplishments in 2022. And then she said, well, what are you celebrating? So she had us write down a word or 3 words, however many, for each of these categories. And it was such a powerful visualization. I really loved how she walked us through this. And it was really, it felt good, you know? It's like picturing yourself in this great party with everybody clinking champagne glasses. And why are you there? And so these are the things that you put on your vision board, 1 to 3 words for each of these. So just as examples, the relationship, and it doesn't, if you're not married, you know, who do you want to come into your life? Or not, you know, visualize that area of your life and come up with, you know, a word for that. And my word was connection. So I've been married for 33 years, and we always need more connection. So I had that on my vision board. And then your emotions. What do you want your prevailing emotion for 2022 to be? And I had joy and accomplishment on there. For your body and your health, my words were strength, vitality, and a size 8. I got a little specific there. I'm going to be in a size 8. And your finances, what specific goals do you have for your finances? Not just, I want money, because we all want money, but get specific about it. I got a little bit overboard and I put 100K. Like, I want $100,000 in the bank. I figured as long as I'm going to have a great vision, I'm going to put it high, right? And I also put paid off. Like I put a giant paid in full stamp. And it's so that all my credit cards will be paid off. Then the business. You know, what is your goal in the business? And I had it on last year's board, and I had it on this year's board again. I'm going to Pro 5 Summit. That's my goal for this year, you guys. And the last one is your new accomplishment. What do you want to have as your new accomplishment for 2022? And I put removing my blocks. So I got a lot of blocks, and we tell you, Deb Erickson is really good at helping you with removing those blocks. Like the Neuro Tools, if you haven't checked out the Neuro Tools, do so. You can check them out for free. And I swear to you, I'm not being paid by Deb Erickson to promote this, but it's been so amazing for me. The mindset shift. It's so fabulous. So these, if you write these down or you screenshot this so that you can recreate it later and use this for your vision board, we are going to be talking about and sharing our vision boards next week, we hope. So look at doing that. And I swear you guys, I did my vision board in less than half a day. It's like I searched it on my phone, searched for pictures on my phone. I printed them directly from my phone to my printer because I used Pic Collage and, you know, collaged them so that I used less ink and less paper and just cut them out and pasted them on. Super quick, super easy. That's the way to do it these days. Don't worry about the magazines. But okay, I'm gonna stop sharing.
Thank you, Christy.
All right.
Thanks. I know I think
Sure.
most of those on my vision board, but there were some specific ones that were kind of missing. So that's really helpful to have that list so that you know you're kind of covering all of the aspects of your life. So thank you so much for sharing that. That's going to help me a ton because I have not started my vision board yet, but I plan to. And oh gosh, I had something and I just forgot it. It just slipped my mind. Oh, thanks, Eli. I was actually thinking about Bethany Hamilton, and when we went to the last academy, Elite Academy, how she talked about finding your peace in the chaos, finding that everything is actually there waiting for you. You just have to find it. And I think that's what's so important about like the way you were describing the party of the celebrating what you've accomplished, like being able to look a year ahead and go ahead and celebrate, go ahead and be thankful for it, go ahead and show gratitude for it, like be confident and know that it is there. You just have to unveil it, unwrap it, find it, uncover it, that everything is there for you. And we just have to make it happen. It's up to us, like we really want to blame everything else for our lack of progress, but it's in here. And that's where your mindset is so huge. And I guess my advice to you is stay connected, look ahead. One of the quotes that I have on my vision board from last year is keep your face always towards the sunshine and shadows will fall behind you. So just keep it bright. And if you're having trouble with that because you're in that tumultuous, disastrous chaos of a week, you just have to remember, and it's up to you. And you just have to get up, load your kids in the car, be grateful for the sunshine, and go do something that inspires you, that will therefore inspire others. Because really a lot of people are tired and worn out, not because they're necessarily doing too much, but they're not doing enough of what ignites them, what fires them up, what makes them feel fulfilled and happy and joyous. So our little thing today is we got in the car and we drove to the mountains, which was so fun because it was like blue skies, sunshine, snow on the ground, which was the complete opposite of the monsoon, disastrous tornado stuff we had down here. So it only took us an hour and a half, but we were in a whole new place, whole new outlook. And we went on this little mountain roller coaster and it was super fun. And now all that, like last week or yesterday or even last night, is in the past. So what's that, baby?
Talk about the soft snow.
There was soft snow. Eli was how fluffy and soft the snow was. So yeah, it's all about, the grass is greener on the other side of the fence. And if you need to jump that fence, then go for it. So go get it. It's yours. It's there. So envision it and go for it. And I think we're out of time. So thank you guys for jumping on, for being here, and for sharing what you shared. And I hope you guys have an amazing week, an amazing year, and an amazing everything. So good night, everyone.
Thanks, Alice. Let's keep each other accountable this week with